Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a real Swiss Gruyere cheese fondue. So these packages here you can buy at Costco. They're around $10 and it's 450 grams. What you need is 200 grams per person. So we're 4 of us tonight, so we're going to measure 800 grams of Gruyere. So what you want to do is grate the cheese because you don't want to put it in big chunks into the hot wine because it will take longer to melt. So now we need to take out our so-called clove. For now we'll take one big garlic clove, peel it, cut it in half. And then we'll rub the garlic in the pan. Next we'll peel some more garlic and cut it in small little pieces. All depending how much garlic you like. Like we like a lot of garlic in there, so I'll probably use about 8 cloves, which is actually quite a lot. So like I mentioned, we'll cut them in small little pieces and different sizes too. Sorry for my colored fingers, but we were just painting Easter eggs about an hour ago. Okay, so now we'll put our garlic into the so-called clove, which is cut in different sizes. And you can see there's actually quite a lot of garlic, so you definitely don't want to go for an interview the next day. So next we'll get the white wine ready. You definitely want to use a dry white wine. And per person, it's 1 deciliter, like 100 milliliters. So we are 4 people, which means we're going to go with 400 milliliters. Okay, then we pour the wine into the clove and just stir it up a tiny bit. There we go. We'll use paprika. So we'll put some paprika in there. Then we definitely have to put some nutmeg, which gives them a real good taste. Some ground pepper, and there again, all to taste. Now I actually like to put some herbs in there too, so I'll just put a tiny bit of basil in there. This can definitely be made without the herbs. I'll put some oregano and some Italian spice. So next we'll get the binding stuff with the cheese and the white wine. So here I have cornstarch, and for each person we'll take 1 teaspoon, put it in this glass. Then this is very important, like the real Kirsch. So this really gives them the flavor. It's quite expensive and you really have to look for it here. So if you know anybody going to Switzerland, make sure they bring some home because it's way cheaper over there. Since it's such a good taste, I'll go with about 3 of them. And this you also use when you eat the fondue. Stir it up nicely so it's all dissolved. So now you want to cut the bread into cubes. And this bread I made myself. I usually make my own bread. And it's rye, which you can also buy at any bakery. Then we'll get the burner ready. And this is fondue fuel. And it's also adjustable, because here and there you will have to adjust it. So now that we have the white wine really nice and hot, we start putting in our cheese. And we sort of steer in a figure 8. just to get it nicely dissolved. So now that the cheese is nicely melted with the wine, you put in our cornstarch with the Kirsch, and you really want to whisk it in there. This will bind the cheese and the white wine. Turn the heat up again. So now we can see that the cheese and the wine has nicely binded together. Turn the heat down a bit. And important for the cook to take a piece of bread and to try it to see if there's enough spices in there, which can always be added. And make sure you don't burn yourself because it's pretty hot. Very good. Okay, so now we're ready. We'll put this on the burner and let it cook here. Ready to eat. Okay, so what we like to do is just tip your bread a little bit into the Kirsch. You don't have to. And then start stirring. Start turning so the cheese doesn't fall down. Make sure you don't burn your mouth. And there we go. It's also a tradition to have some white wine and tea. Cheers. Gesundheit.